Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we'll begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got their crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all been understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens are on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all been understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. Happy Members Only Monday. Hi, Michelle, Creative Minds, Nana Banana, Kel, Lee the Bee. We got Roro. We got Chezzy, Harlot People May. We got Kelly, Edith, Alexander, Kim, my other Michelle, Cheryl, Adrian, Nicole B, Iris, Hilson House of Crazy, Marianne Morris, Shelly Beans. Let me see. And congratulations on your new car, Con Artist. That's so exciting. I've missed you all. Hi, Meg P, Kathy 4. Hi, guys. Hi, Dog Mom. Fragile like a bomb. Jennifer M. It's been a while. I haven't been on since Thursday. Hi, Real John Doe. Hi, Toby's mom. How's everyone been? Has anything gone down? I hope you guys are all doing great. Thank you, Gemini Crime Online. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to Members Only Monday. Thank you so much. Alvin, yes, I hope everyone had a great weekend. Oh, okay. I have 2 this weekend. Absolutely will be praying, Marianne Morris. Absolutely will be keeping you in our prayers, 100%. Hi, Gemini Crime Online. It has been too long, Nicole B. I had all right, before we get started, I've been having a very bad week, injury-wise. So has anyone ever done those earwax candles? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, like it's a funnel candle. And hi, little red O. Hi, Chloe. It's not rocket science. You put the candle, the large funnel candle, in your ear, and you light it on fire. This sounds really dangerous, actually, but you light it on fire, and it basically it cleans out your earwax. Okay, I've seen that. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. So last weekend, my daughter had an ear infection, and I was like, all right, you know what? This would be cool and fun, right? I haven't done that in like 15 years. Oh yeah, it works. It works. It sounds dangerous, but I don't know, like it's natural wax, like paper. I don't know how to explain it, to where like it maintains the fire as it's lit and it doesn't like blow everywhere, if that makes sense. I'm really bad at explaining this. But I ordered them off Amazon. Yes. Okay. So I ordered them off Amazon, but when they came, at the tip has like little pieces for your ear. And I've never done one that has like a little piece for your ear. And so I did my daughter's. Everything was fine. Yes, you hold it in the ear and you light it on fire at the tip, and basically it creates like a funnel of smoke, and it sucks all your earwax out. Okay, and it is impressive. But last weekend, I have a lot of earrings, like interesting ear piercings, okay? And one of them is the trachea, I think it's called. I don't know, the one that like it covers your ear hole. Point is that when I went to go take my ear funnel out, the plastic piece popped out of it and it got stuck in my ear canal. And when I say stuck, I'm like it got stuck, okay? I showed Shaq knows, he saw a photo. And like I managed to turn it like around the wrong way, and I was so nervous of getting it pushed any farther in. Yeah, you do, like, earwax is normal and earwax is good, but like if it's like severely built up or something, like either way, my daughter had an ear infection, so I wanted to like pull it out. You shouldn't do it often, though. But my point is that this plastic piece got caught in my ear, and I had to go to urgent care and have them pull it out, and it like my ear is just recovering from like how sore it was, because it was like this big plastic chunk it stuck in my ear, you know. And then this weekend I sliced my finger washing a cup. Like I put my hand and sponge inside this like glass mason jar, and the glass mason jar busted and it sliced my finger really bad. So I'm all types of injured right now. It's having a bad week. I'm having a bad week. I did freak out a bit, and I don't have any. I wasn't about, my only other option was to have my child take tweezers and try to pull it out, and I wasn't about to have that. And it wouldn't have worked anyway, because even the doctor had a difficulty like pulling it out, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's been a week. Yeah, dude, it like, and it was my daughter's favorite smoothie cup. It's one of those little glasses with the little wooden cover and a glass straw, and it's so pretty, but all I did was put my hand in it with the sponge and it sliced my finger really, really bad. Yeah, Chessie, it was bad. Thank you, Dog Mom. Thank you, everyone, for your love, and my husband appreciates it. I love you all. What's going on with your husband? But we love you, Dog Mom. Rolling ones in our house. Yeah, it hurts. So, that's the kind of shit I've had. No, I didn't have to call the fire department. Dude, it was really embarrassing having to go to urgent care with that thing in my ear. And my daughter is just like trying to take pictures of me. You know, like, this is embarrassing, you know, like, and so obviously let me take a photo of you in your embarrassing moment. Yeah, they are very inexperienced, Amanda. Hi, Kate. Hi, Tony. Hi, Diving Owl. Musicity Mom. Either way, that's how my week's going. But I have missed you guys. I've missed you guys very much. The nurses didn't say, I expected the doctor to lecture me about earwax candles, but he didn't. He just took it out and he gave it back to me, and he said, if you had gone to the emergency room, I wouldn't be allowed to give this back to you because I'd have to send it off to pathology. I'm like, well, I don't want it back anyway, you know, like, what? But okay, so we still have Al on the stand. We were going through, Kate, we were going through, hi, Alicia, Letecia Stauch trial recap. And when we had stopped at the part where they were playing the calls, and they had played the first call, had Al come back up on stand, and now we're going into the third day. Yeah, pretty much, Jack, though. I don't know if I want to show you the photo. It's just a big baby blue piece of plastic stuck in my ear hole. That sounds really weird. Oh, I'm so sorry, dog mom. That's sad. I'm so sorry. Hey, Keith. Hi, Charlene. So we're gonna pick back up where we left off with Al on the stand. It's up to you guys. Do you guys want me to play, even though we've gone through the calls? If you want me to play some of the calls, we don't, it's too many hours, but we could play like partial of a call to see Leticia's reaction as it's being played in court, or if you want to just skip over to when Al comes back up. You know what? It's so funny, Musicity Mom, because ever since I went to urgent care with that, all over my news feed on like YouTube and stuff is objects being stuck in the ear canal. And hi, Corey B. It's a very interesting videos, like, because they have a camera on the tip, and like the amount of things I've seen pulled out of ears in the last week, it's very fascinating. Hi, Jonesin. Ooh, what you making for dinner? What you making for dinner? But I know we were going to go through Gypsy's interrogation. I don't know if we're going to do that tomorrow or Wednesday, but I'd like to go over Jodi Arias. I'd really, really like to go over Jodi Arias. She has a very interesting interrogation video. She does yoga. So if that is something you guys are also interested in, and Gypsy is working up a storm, can I just say? She is doing the most. Thank you, Cheer Girl Mom. I missed you guys too. She is doing the most. She is cringe. But I'd like to go over her interrogation and everything that's going on currently with Gypsy. So perhaps tomorrow or Wednesday, but I'd like to do Jodi Arias also. You never watched Jodi Arias' trial? Oh my God, yes. Yes. Jodi Arias has a lot of similarities to Leticia. It's that narcissism, you know, it's that Jodi Arias in her interrogation is confronted with her own nudes, okay? And the detective is like, "Do you recognize this?" And he like passes ever so slowly a photo of her nude with like braids, pigtail braids in her hair, and she looks at it and she's like, "Oh, I mean, she looks familiar, but I can't really put my finger on it, you know." And he's like, is this not you, ma'am, butt ass naked? And she's like, maybe. Like, yo, I've never seen someone be able to openly deny that's you, okay? How are you gonna try to play it off? Like, it's almost like Dr. Dorothy Lewis when they asked her on the stand, "Do you recognize him?" And it's her son walking past the video, you know? And she's like, I think that's a camera guy. Yeah, your spawn, the blood of your blood. That is your fucking son, ma'am. But yeah, she was one vote away from the death penalty. Right. I'd like to go over Jodi Arias' interrogation for anyone. Does she, harlot? Now I'm interested. Hi, Lily's Corner. So yeah, expect these. Yeah, she did handstands. She did yoga. It's a bizarre interrogation. It's very, very interesting. You're not interested. I don't blame you diving out. I wish less people would be giving her the attention, but I also fall into that category because I watch from a distance, like hating, you know. But her interrogation is very interesting. Okay, so before we even get started, our missing child for tonight's live is Nahamani Cole. Nahamani has been missing since July 3rd, 2024, out of Phoenix, Arizona. She is 10 years old. Nahamani may stay in the local area or may travel to Glendale, Arizona. The last time she was seen, her hair was braided. Nahamani's ears are pierced. So if you or anyone you know has information on her whereabouts, please, please, please contact the Phoenix Police Department in Arizona at the number located in blue. So that's our missing child for tonight. Are you creative minds? Yeah. It's, you know, after doing like the gypsy stuff, you know, last week, I want to go over her interrogation because it's very enlightening to have that knowledge if you're not familiar with it when you're looking at who Gypsy is now. Oh my goodness, Kelly P. Really? Awesome, Letha B. Awesome. I know you can, Chacto. I know you can. So, all right. We are on day 3 of the trial, continuing on with Al on the stand. They're in the process of playing Leticia's cringy ass phone calls. So we're gonna pick right up. I will jump through and I think this one is like a 30-minute call, but we'll let some of it play to watch Leticia's reaction in court as her own words are being played for her. Now, she was a cocky mother fudger. Do not forget how cocky she was, and she said she was looking forward to trial so, everyone can see the truth. Yet when they play her own words back for her, Leticia cannot even so much as lift up her head. Her face is down, her hair is covering. She is, I would think, ashamed, but at the same time, I don't think she feels those emotions. So it's interesting. So we're here, day 3. This would be the pretext phone call of Valentine's Day, okay? So let's just jump right into it.
The various different behaviors of defendants at various different times. And I've not had a question about it. I did have an attorney one time ask me to give an instruction that it is something that they can consider, and I denied doing that, and I was upheld on that.
Okay, this is about jury instruction.
Where are we starting this morning, Mr. Allen?
We're just picking back up with Mr. Stauch and listening to those phone calls that we talked about yesterday.
So we're going to finish the phone calls before you call the other people that you had discussed yesterday. Okay, that's fine. Ms. Gratiano?
He was great, Kelly.
Number of stipulations that
Go ahead.
parties have stipulated to include
Mm-hmm.
admission of evidence sent from Florida via fax to El Paso.
You'll zoom in to see her outfit of the day,
all right.
boho.
Okay.
As well as GPS data from a budget van rental that is stipulated by the parties, including
He'll zoom up to her so we could see her.
custodian of all numbers, press. Honor that the people did that.
Okay. And I assume that have to deal with, and then and Mr. Then I suppose.
Yeah, Judge, thank you. You had asked us to give you heads up when we're going to get to some sensitive photos.
Yeah.
When we get to Detective Yoder.
And let me pause. When we do go over the medical examiner, I will not be showing any photos. I'm just letting you know that now. I had somebody leave a comment on the last live asking. No, I will not be going through any of those photos, but we will just be listening to the medical examiner's testimony, okay? I will check, Nicole. I have not even opened my emails at all, so I will check.
And case in, that's right.
So I'm trying
People
to
that we
jump
People
through.
from Florida.
Now,
All right.
remember,
Is there anything?
Al is the only witness on the stand where we do not have an active camera rolling on the witness. Therefore, we also do not have a camera on the TV, which displays the photos and all the evidence they are going through. That is only for Al's testimony moving forward. We will be seeing the witness when they speak.
Anything else that we need to address? Prosecution?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and bring the jury in.
Yes, this is being played from Recovery Addicts channel. I will drop the link right now.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
hear
good. The
those
mic turns on,
calls,
but all the other
Tisha.
ones are off. Right.
Thanks, Lisa. That's awesome. So they're letting the jury in. Tisha's over here. He'll make the screen bigger. Oh, how did she turn into a Lego? I really don't know. She's so square. Hi, Grandma Nini. I really would like to hear from the jurors. We really didn't hear from any, like the jurors after Leticia.
Thank you. You may all be seated.
Thank you, Judge Werner.
Court will recall 20 CR 1358, People versus Letecia Stauch. Record should reflect the jury has returned to the courtroom. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. We're going to start the day the same way that we did yesterday, and that is with the same question. Has anything occurred since we were last together that causes any of you to believe you could not continue to serve as a fair and impartial juror in this case?
Yeah, Jordan.
If so, please raise your hand. No response. All right. Yesterday, when we took our break, we were in the midst of some recorded phone calls. I think that's where we're resuming today with that. Mr. Allen?
Judge, I assume that we should probably bring Mr. Stauch back up and then start the next call, and then he can step back down again if that's okay with you.
They've all been admitted. It's up to you. If
you're fine with me just playing it, we can just jump into
it.
If there are different voices that he has to identify, then maybe you need his testimony. If not, it's up to you.
Okay, well, let's just jump into it. So this will be, just for record purposes, People's Exhibit number 36, which is another recorded phone call from February 15th, 2020 at 10:58 a.m.
All right, thank you.
Go for it. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, what's wrong?
Tired of crying.
Hmm?
I'm tired of crying.
Well, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look, her head is immediately down. You can't even see her face.
Where's Lena?
Lena's at school right now. So.
You don't care where Lena is.
Why? What's up?
I can't ask you where our kids are at.
Yeah, I think that's a fair question. Where's Harley at?
She had to go to the doctor last night because I have a bad chest pain and she was underweight.
What hospital did she go to?
Because someone could be listening and know where we're at.
Tisha,
No, I don't know. You talk crap about me. You treated me wrong.
Where did I talk crap about you? I haven't said nothing to nobody.
Charleston, your school, posting all this stuff, messages you sent them how horrible of a person I was.
When did these messages come from? Years ago, maybe? I mean.
Don't know when.
Right, but you know what?
Posted them to everybody.
But what have I always said about social media? I don't give a crap what people say. People are just looking for a headline, okay?
So two things. Exactly. Our kids hippie chick. And the fact that she could ask that question to Al when Al's sole purpose is to find out where his child is makes my head explode, okay? I can't ask where our children are, but you are the only one who knows where his child is at the time of this pretext call. And Little Red asks, why do you think she kept her head down? I think she was doing her best to escape from the situation, right? She didn't want to keep her head up. She doesn't want to see people looking at her. She doesn't want to see people's reactions. She's trying to hide from the situation, but she has to physically be there, but she's doing her best with her hair, which I wish they made her pull her hair back, because she's hiding behind it and she's using it as a shield. And all she does is look down and keep her head down and block her peripheral vision with her hair. And she's removing herself from that situation.
I'm tired of doing this, Albert. You should have talked to me about all the other stuff. I'm not.
Oh, what other stuff, Tisha?
I've asked you for help. I said, hey, me and Harley needed something. I've asked you for help. You turned me down. You know good and well. Anytime you've ever needed help, I've been there for you.
Tisha, let's walk back through this now. Just to be straight up, okay? You took over $2,000 out of the bank account
Oh wow, Lori.
at the beginning of the month, and I didn't say a word to you about it, okay? All right, that's like 1/3 of what I get every month. So you got 1/3 of my.
She stole his money again. And you know what, Calico? I won't put that on Judge Werner because, and I don't know what the rules are. Okay, Harriet. Okay, I usually can't do daytimes either, but I'll keep that in mind. I don't know what the rules are, but I would imagine that something like dictating how someone can wear their hair, can that not be a problem when it comes to religious beliefs and things like that? Like I can imagine different cultures and different religions and faiths sometimes include hair. So I don't know, because then I also think about Nick Godejohn, and it was an issue as far as hygiene and beard and hair, but I don't know if he was forced or so. I don't want to misspeak, but I could imagine something like your hair, you can't really dictate. She was laughing at some point, and we will be showing that, Jordan. There were, as the trial moved on, she got cockier and cockier.
Monthly income. All right. So that being said, I've also offered help and safety and teamwork the whole time. And you guys decided to, step out on your own. And I haven't bothered you, but I've never looked back in there. I've never told you no for anything. And I've been.
Well, first of all, I didn't pay $2,000. It was $1,500 because I had to have a place to stay. When I kept begging you and asking you that people should not have been in my home.
Okay, well, hold on.
It should have been nobody but your family.
You're right.
My family, your home.
Okay, I understand your opinion. So I want to clarify, because you took, however much, I'm not going to fight over the dollar amount. You took over $1,500 in that one lump sum, not to mention the other ones, but that one lump sum you did take $1,500 and some dollars, and you can't get. But you've told me from like almost the first minute you don't have a place to stay. So do you or don't you?
It was It cost $125 a night for a hotel, and then I had to pay a pet fee. Add that up, how many nights I get. Plus, we had to have food. We didn't have a way around. We had to Uber. Add that up.
Were you Ubering yesterday when we were talking? Because I heard you get in and out of a car. I'm just trying to piece all this together, Tisha. I don't know what's going on. I've heard so many stories here. I'm just trying to, as I've always said, I'm just trying to find the truth, and I keep getting a different version.
Holy crap, 25 months. Thank you so much, Lori. That is amazing.
No.
Little guy that stays at the hotel. He has an old white car.
Hey,
and he let me drive it to the store. You know how bad it is for me to ask somebody to drive their car to the store?
You did not. The same way you claim that you were using an Indian guy's phone. You did not ask some stranger if you could use their car to drive it to the store. Have you ever in your life experienced someone asking you, yo, can I use your car real quick to go to the store? A stranger. No, that did not happen.
And in this effort to help you that I've been trying to do, you won't tell me where you're staying.
Because you're not on my side.
But you're not. You're
on my side if you're talking crap about me.
Tisha.
You're on my side if I call you and I try to talk to you, and you can't talk to me for being around other people. That's not my side.
But you got to understand what I'm going through. I don't know what the hell's going on minute to minute. I don't know who's on whose side. All I'm focused on is Gannon. And I don't want obviously people, you see it on the social media, people are not happy with you. I don't know why. I don't know what reason they have or don't have, but I can't sit here and be talking to you, my wife, in front of all these other people and then, go through all the cussing and yelling and screaming and the drama. So I'm trying to respect you as well. And I need that in return. I need you to respect me too. And that, but no.
I've been talking crap about you.
Okay, I've heard that you have not really said anything about me per se directly, okay, but you did release some of those documents or however they got out there, they're out there, okay, but what I need you to do, you talk about respect, that's one of the most important things to me in my life is you respecting me, and you can respect me with the truth, and that's the bottom line. We have options to work through all this other stuff, all this other drama that's going on, but the truth is really at the options don't come into play until I get the truth. Okay. That's absolutely. And I know you're not going to like this, but that's a line in the sand that I'm not crossing. Okay.
You already kicked me off my own car insurance and wouldn't even tell me.
That's not true.
My car, you kicked
That's not true.
me off of there.
That's not true, Tisha. You got an email. You got email notification the same minute I did, so you got notified. Absolutely.
Why did you not talk to me about this?
Well, on February 8th, I didn't get any kind of confirmation that 2 of my vehicles were deleted, and there's no one else that has access but you. Okay, so you tell me what the truth is.
No, they were all getting put in storage. So if it was done wrong, then that wasn't on purpose.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not the insurance is not a point of argument to me. You have every right to call them back and put just like I did.
No. I tried. No. They said to me, "You have me listed as X," so I had to give.
It's unfortunate, Blanca, that Lori Vallow's trial occurred at the same time that Leticia's did, and I could not keep up with both. I tried to listen. That's also what sucked, is that it was audio. I tried to listen to the Lori Vallow, and I did for the most part, but it was happening at the same time that Leticia's. But yes, I followed that case from the very beginning. Hi, Frigates and Shiggles. Thank you, Chish, for this super sticker. That's very, very kind. Thank you very much. Yes, Little Red. She was fucking with him on everything, every possible angle. Oh, hold on. I have this on a loop. Everything. She's just, I can't stand her.
On a separate policy.
Well, exactly. Okay, because that's where we're at right now. That's the line in the sand. Okay, the line in the sand is we have a gap between us right now. Okay, absolutely. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, because I don't sugarcoat it with you. Okay, we have a gap between us. You can put a label on it however you want to, but that gap there's no closing that gap. There's no initiating options or anything until we get to the truth. And I really feel deep down in my heart that we can work on this together. We do have options, but I think your list you sent to me is a great starting place. I think that is excellent that you're willing to at least talk about what options we have. I just
talk to an attorney.
Huh?
Hey, Sprinkle Dog.
Did you talk to an attorney and file for divorce?
I have not filed anything yet.
God.
And the fact that
have you talked to an attorney? Have you filed for divorce? Now, Al waited until she was arrested. You have to realize he was working with the FBI. These are pretext calls. They knew what they were doing. And he wasn't about to file for divorce and set Tish off. He had to keep her close enough to believe there was a chance in hopes to recover Gannon.
I'll tell you the answer to that, okay? But the fact that you are reaching out to me like that, the way you did, say, like, did you go to this attorney and file this? That means you don't trust me. You don't have respect for me, and you got somebody watching me. Tell me the truth.
I can't wait for the next video, Gemini.
Who told you?
I'm gonna drop the link.
Do you not think it's all online in the social media that you told someone that someone posted it?
Who posted it? Because I haven't told anybody anything about that.
Do you guys remember a couple of weeks ago when we went over some of the messages? Remember that's Gemini Crime Online, guys. And so here is a link. She has an absolutely amazing channel, puts so much hard work into the content. I told you guys it takes a lot to do those pre-records, and shout out to Gemini Crime Online because you have it so organized. You have all of those posts, the messages, the visuals. It's a lot of work. Absolutely amazing. So make sure you go over and subscribe if you guys aren't already.
Oh, no, it's online, just like it's online about some girl talking junk about her best friend, and she's best friends with your sister, and that's what she said. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but once again, well, yeah, you're right. I fully agree with you. Once again, that's why I've told you forever that I don't get into that crap, because it's just you're getting torn every direction by people's stupidity. Okay. So anyways, let's not worry about that, about how you know what you know. Okay.
Go ahead. The thing is, I reached out to that lady. She doesn't write me back. This is how I've been treated. I've been treated like a criminal when I told them exactly that Gannon left with someone.
Which lady? What lady are you talking about? The Amber lady?
No, Bethel, because she's the lead investigator.
That's the blonde lady from Starbucks? The blonde lady from Starbucks?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
The lead investigator.
Okay, all right, I got you. Well, I mean,
In contact with her.
not since that first day. I mean, that first day when I told you I met with Mark for like, I don't know, 6-7 hours, and then she jumped in for like 20-30 minutes. Or whatever that night, the day I got there, that Tuesday. Since then, and since we met her, and then she asked me a few questions, I really haven't had any interaction with her. So I've been dealing only with Mark. He's been my.
Why did you leave that day and not
deserve it.
on my call?
Leave what day?
When you first talked to them that night and you were going to pick up people from the airport, why did you leave and not talk to me?
I'll give you the straight up honest truth right now, because at that point in the situation, and we're at the same point now, unfortunately, 3 weeks later, at that point, I was not getting the whole truth. Okay. And I'm not going to argue with you about that, because that's absolutely spot on. Okay.
From me, you leave from me, everything's fine, and you just have to get there, and then you feel like you're not getting the truth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because there were some things that I was looking into on my own, which I've basically been doing for 3 weeks now, trying to sort through this on my own, that weren't making sense and weren't adding up. Okay. And just like where we're at now, yesterday, thank you for talking so long and walking me through your timeline. But even yesterday when we were talking, a lot of it wasn't adding up, and it still isn't. Like, there's 3 or 4 different versions of the Mexican guy now. He's Uncle Matt. First he was Mexican or whatever. I don't want to argue.
I said he asked me, he asked if you know Uncle Matt.
Yeah.
I said he wasn't Uncle Matt.
Fine. And I'm not arguing about that. I'm just telling you, these are red flags. You know how I am. When I see red flags, you got to convince me that the truth is what it is. Okay. So I'm sitting here last night on my bed, freaking out, because I feel like some of that was the truth, but then some of it still was, a different version of the same story again. So what I really want to get to.
Ask me, did I kill Gannon? That hurt.
It hurt me to ask it, because you're my wife, and first thing I started with today was Happy Valentine's Day. That should tell you how I feel about you. Okay. But
I need you to be here with me, supported.
I am. I'm right. I'm right here. I'm right here.
I'm begging you. If they give me immunity, I will help.
Okay, but so here.
Hey, Susie.
Okay.
Yeah, Lori.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm trying to I'm not. You have the legal background.
We love you, little
okay,
Red.
I don't have that knowledge. All I have is my recruiting time and the other stuff I've done. So you need to help me understand what you're trying to get. I don't understand what that means.
Immunity, okay? Do you know what immunity is?
Other than what I've seen on TV shows, I don't know. I need you to help me. That's what I'm trying to. Help me to get you to that point. Hello?
immunity is they're going to grant as a judge. I would not be charged anything in this because I didn't have anything to do with it. In return, that I will testify and I will give them the information of who has given and I will testify against them.
Okay, so you're saying, so I'm going to walk back through this so I understand clearly what you're saying. So there's no ambiguity or unknowns here. So you're saying you somehow know where Gannon is or who has him or how he got him or something like that?
And ho, see, that's why you're not going to put words in my mouth.
I'm not.
Ugh. And sorry, I'm also what she just did. I'm also frustrated already because I see a lot of creators do this on YouTube, completely separate from this trial. But you see what she just did. Immunity means and in exchange for me giving information and telling and testifying about who has Gannon, I don't get charged. So all Al did was repeat back to her what she essentially said. So you're saying you know who has Gannon? No. Jim John Doe, no. I never said that. You're not putting words in my mouth. Don't even try to manipulate what I just said. Bitch, that's exactly what you just said, though. In exchange for not being charged, I will testify. I will give you all of the information. I will tell you who has Gannon. So all Al did was essentially question, wait a second, you have that information. You know who has Gannon. And you flip the fuck out. And I see this all of the time, like every day, just in different scenarios. And it drives me bonkers. What the person is doing is they're trying to control the narrative. And they don't like when it's repeated back to them in a very black and white way. And this, I wonder what Leticia was feeling in this moment, right? In this moment right there, I think her body language is indicative of it, but everyone in the world hearing her words and her screaming how she needs immunity, but she had nothing to do with this, right? Don't forget what her Google searches were at this time. Find an immigrant who's willing to go to jail for me, immunity, how to get off with immunity if I use religion. Like, girl.
Trying to understand, Tisha. I'm explain to me, okay? Walk me through it so I understand what you're saying. No, why would I record you? This is me and you. I mean, why would I say Happy Valentine's Day on a recording? That's something personal between us.
It's just you and me on this phone call and in your room.
Absolutely.
And the whole world.
Okay.
Immunity is where I'm telling you, I told you the truth about who took Gannon. There's more details about how that went on. There's more details that I can't discuss that would incriminate myself because they're going to say, why did you say this? But he has all our information. He was threatening to go to work and get massaged and have these people go there. If I said anything in the meeting with the cops, I was late to the meeting. But I need immunity.
So
you were late to that interview because you were getting the car washed after dumping his body, Miss Ma'am. Not because there was someone following you and threatening you.
So why? What I don't understand is why, babe. Why is this not something you would tell me from the get-go? I just
everything. Everybody kill my daughter and everybody kill me. They knew where you were at. Everybody. They would do everything.
Yeah, but Tisha, but look at what you just said. But Tisha,
What?
I'm trying to I'm trying to understand.
The only thing is surprising you. I need immunity, please.
If you were, no, why would I record you? What I'm trying to figure out is why your first thought, your first thought is what they may do to you and Harley, but something was already done to Gannon, and we're not worried about that. That should be the priority.
They do to me and Harley. It was also Lena. She was there too.
So the guy was there, was threatening you in the moment?
Mhm.
The guy was there when the police was there.
The guy was still there when the police searched the home?
Yes.
Where was he at? Where was he at when they searched our house?
Can't tell anything until I get immunity.
Well, babe, I can't promise you immunity. I can't give that to you. But I mean,
Well, you can ask.
Yes, I can reach out to Mark and let him know that's what you're looking for and that you're willing to work with somebody. And you can also tell, what's her name again? Bethel. You can tell Bethel. Just saying.
Sir, she won't like that.
Okay, but you got to you.
They're gonna treat me like a criminal. No, and I'm not a criminal. I don't kill people.
Okay, I never said you did. You're tired of what?
I get that. I had got it yesterday from him. Yesterday I got a message.
Well, did you send that to anybody?
What?
Where's the message? Can you send me the message so I can see it? Just if you email it to me or email it or text it to me so I can see it.
I need immunity. They're gonna try to incriminate me.
Tisha, Tisha, who is this? Who is the person? Do I know this guy?
Do you understand?
Is he there? Is he there with you? What?
Listen to me. He told us to get a big reward for
Oh
I'll get
my
back to
God.
him for a reward. I can't.
Now, don't forget, she has tissues in her ear, and I know that monitor or books, I don't know what that is blocking her other hand, but she has been sitting there with her fingers pressed against her ears this entire time, which I don't think should have been allowed. And it does change. Don't forget, like it picks up, comfort sets in, the judge rearranges the situation a bit. No, the Indian guy's there with her, right? I'm gay. But this is, it's just sad. It's really fucking sad. Yeah, treating her like a criminal. She's not a murderer. She's not a murderer, okay? Listen, she did nothing wrong, but at the same time, she needs immunity. She can't incriminate herself.
So I heard there's a reward coming out. That somebody said that the neighborhood's trying to do a reward.
Here you are, Mike.
So what? But what happened with the bike situation? I don't think we ever.
You don't get immunity.
Okay, well, I told you I cannot promise that. Okay, that's not something I can promise you. I can promise you help or, whatever, but I can't promise immunity. That's something that the investigators got to reach back out to you.
And I've told you this before, but I'll just say it again. Leticia believed that Al held power, Al being Gannon's biological father, primary resident. She believed Al had power. She was absolutely seeing that Al was cooperating with law enforcement. There was a different dynamic between Al and the investigators and her and the investigators, naturally so, right? Because she is guilty. But Leticia believed that if she could just manipulate Al and get Al on her side, that he had enough power to essentially control this investigation. She believed that if Al ultimately went to them and said, listen, I believe my wife, listen, we're going to handle this on our own, they would say, okay, we're not going to look into Gannon anymore. And then she could manipulate him and probably get him to a point where she convinces him we're going to do this investigation on our own. You know, like we can't have law enforcement involved because they're watching. They don't give a shit. Even if Al ended up believing her, they would continue to investigate Gannon's whereabouts on their own. But she really did believe. She believed Al had that much power. Thank you, MK. That's very kind of you. MK gifted 5 memberships. Please make sure to thank MK if you just got busted out for members only Monday.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Thank you.
They're on your side, and this is where you can go to them, and you can say, I know, my wife wants to know, she is breaking down, and she is telling the truth.
Yes, I can advocate for you. I can give an opinion, but but listen, what I don't understand is you're treating me like the prosecutor here. Okay, you're treating me like I'm in court or the law, not like I'm our son's father. Okay, but
you get out there and you do it. I genuinely don't know. I can't even go anywhere because they think I'm going to tell. They're release the reward. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to stop anything.
Chill. I believe so, Lori.
I do too. But please,
Please, what can I do that? Please, what can I do?
here's what I need you to do for me. Okay, I understand and I respect that you don't feel safe telling me certain things. Okay, I'm not going to press you on certain things, but I need to know something about my son. I need to know something about Gannon. Do you know if he's safe? Do you know? I mean, I asked you some questions yesterday, and I had to ask those questions because that's been on my mind since day one. But is he safe? Where is he at? Do you have anything?
And if I kill Gannon, really?
Yes, I had to ask that because there was. Well, I would never not tell you the truth over and over and over again. So.
It's someone. Your life, everybody else's life. You're terrified. You don't know what to do. You're scared of yourself. You don't know how you would act.
Teach it.
Because people are going to say, why did you do this? Why did you do that?
Listen. What about the?
Incriminate me on it.
What about this? I'm trying to think of any way to cue the police to offer you immunity if they can. Okay, I'm trying to find a way to get them alerted to you might have some information. What if you told me just one key thing and I just called in on the tip line or something?
Dude, you can't.
No, because it'll be anonymous. But they won't ever know because I'll do it. I'll be just some man calling in an anonymous tip.
So, Caleb, Al is right here. I don't know if you could see my pointer, but between Michael Allen, the prosecutors, right here. So because the phone calls were so long in length, despite them cutting it short, all the pretext calls that Ali and Bendy have on their channel that we've gone through, all of that wasn't played in court. They played a good portion of them, but because it was so long, they allowed him to go sit back in the audience, whatever it's called, so he wouldn't have to sit on the witness stand in an uncomfortable chair with everyone looking at him for that long period of time. He is still under oath, but he comes back and forth and sits back on the stand between the calls. You're welcome, Caleb.
I mean, the key here is to get Gannon in the investigation and then protect you if they're able.
The galley. Thank you, Lace Lamont.
So there's some big reward.
But why won't they? Who is they? Why won't they budge? What is it about the money that's the key?
Cal, sometimes you can click the green when after somebody gifts memberships, the little green bubble pops up at the top. Usually you could click that and there will be an option to gift. Or when you go into the super chat, you go under memberships and then there should be a gifting membership option. I've never done it though. Actually, no. On the phone, it has the option now. You don't have to do it just from a laptop, I believe.
No, just thank you guys. I got messages. You're gonna be a reward. You better not say anything. I know you got some everything on my phone.
Debbie Doodles. Hi, Nails and
Tisha, listen. Despite how this has gone, you know for a fact you could always trust me, okay? I know you may be worried about your name getting out there from this information. I don't want anything to do with the media. I don't want anything to do with Facebook or social media or anything, okay? You know, because I've absolutely been off of that. That's why I'm saying I can give the anonymous tip if you just tell me something.
Thank you, Lace Lamont. Lace Lamont just gifted memberships. Please smother them with love and thanks. If you just received that, thank you so much. So it's not rocket science, dude. That if you click on the green bubble or Cal, it should give you an option to buy it. But usually it's right where the super chat button is, and then membership gifting is usually. I always do gifts on the phone, but I'm on Android. I think iPhone is different and weird too. There is a difference, but now I see the option. I don't know, like they updated it. That's weird, Cal. Even if you click where Lace Lamont just gifted, like if you click that green, it should give you an option. Otherwise, you'll have to do it from like a laptop or a computer, or open it through Safari, which I know it's annoying.
That'll help in the investigation, okay? That's the note.
The police came.
Okay.
They're not Lee the
The
Bee.
police came.
iPhone all the way.
He was in the house.
Where was he at in the house?
I didn't know at the time. I thought they were going to find him because the guy was like, "Can we please search the house?" And I said, "Sure."
Okay.
Terrified, which is why I sent Lena and Harley to Dollar Store and all these places because I thought Gina was hiding too. I thought he was hiding too.
Okay, so you thought so the guy was in the house and you thought Gannon was hiding, so he hadn't taken Gannon yet at that point?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, that's huge. That's huge because now we can look at different camera time frames and all that, and we can look at different angles. Okay, that's huge that he was still in the house, and so that would have been police got there at what? Like
Like that. I'm not making this up.
I'm not. No, I know. I'm trying to sort through this again. I'm trying to get you to this point to where
Not anymore because they'll try to get me, incriminate me for this.
Oh
I
my
need
God.
immunity.
I think they give it to you because this is big that he was there and they missed it. Because then they're going to want to cover their shit for not finding him. I can't hear you. What?
I even put it in the car. I put it in that room doorstop. I tried.
You did what? You did what? Oh, you said what? What did you do?
I tried to point to the cops and hey, check this area. Hey, check this area. I was even trying to show
No, you
any
didn't.
other extra areas that I saw. I said I didn't know if Gannon was with him or I didn't know if Gannon was hiding. I didn't know at that point.
Okay.
This dum-dum clearly didn't account for body cam footage, because you never once said, hey, can you check in this area? Can you check in this area? No. You want to know what you actually did? You shut the doors and the lights off so that they wouldn't go back in there. Do you remember? You, as all 5 of you were walking up the staircases, you shut off the lights to the point where they couldn't even see in front of them. That's what you did, Tisha. I believe so, Harlot. I think that's what Little Red had said in the past. Like, you have to open through Safari, so it's on Google to do it on the phone, maybe. Yeah, she blocked that. Yep, she sure did.
But then you figured out. How'd you figure out he wasn't by himself?
Yes, Grandma.
I'm not selling anything else to target immunity.
Well, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to put all this together. You said you pointed them in a direction, but where in the storage room were you?
Next directions. I said I was just giving all the big areas of the house.
I got you. So you told them storage room?
I walked to the storage room when the guy was in there. I was trying to tell him, hey, check behind boxes and all this stuff.
Okay. So
Never once. But here is the sickest part of why Leticia is saying the guy hid in the storage room. Hi, Sabrina. Leticia knew Gannon's body was in the storage room when the police initially did do the walkthrough. They didn't find him because they weren't looking. Thank you. They weren't looking for a body at that point. They were looking for an 11-year-old child who could be hiding. So they weren't opening up boxes or suitcases. But Leticia knows, you have to remember she's guilty, right? So she knows she successfully got one over on them. She knows, wow, Gannon's body was in there and they didn't find him. So in her mind, she's basing this lie off of a truth, which often happens with liars. She knows, well, hey, I was able to get away with having Gannon's body in there without them finding it. I can easily just say there was someone hiding with Gannon in there. Because if they didn't find his body, maybe they could have been hiding in there and you wouldn't have found him either. So that's what she's doing now. She's basing it because she's cocky and knows that they didn't find his body. Thank you, Little Red, for explaining it.
Yes. I didn't want to make it think
Oh, you're fine, Cogel.
Okay, so what happened next? So the cops searched and missed it, or what? Tell me what. I'm trying to figure out what happened now. What you're telling me, okay? What happened after they didn't find him?
I'm not saying anything else. I was just trying to plot this whole thing.
No, I'm trying to get some key breaking information that I can give an anonymous tip, like I told you. Okay, that's what I want to do. That's how.
Never mind. You're not trying to help.
I am trying.
He is not trying to help. No, he's not. He's not trying to help.
I am. So what you said was Gannon. You thought Gannon was hiding. Is that right?
I didn't know if he was hiding with the guy had him or if he was hiding myself. I was scared to keep. If I would have left him a note, they're like, please check out. He's not. I didn't know if they had went out the back door. I didn't know where he was at the time. I know he was there. I thought they were gone. And after I waited for 4 hours, kept walking, checking myself, I realized it.
Exactly.
I couldn't get your big gun to work.
Well, thank you, Bella. Bella blushed, gifted 5 memberships. Please make sure to thank Bella if you just got a gifted membership. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to our new members.
So when you, and let me back up. So when you let the cops in the door, wherever you last saw Gannon, you left him somewhere, or you thought he was safe?
Yeah.
Like you thought he was safe hiding, or you thought he was with the other person, or what?
She is.
I woke up Albert and I hit my head. I didn't know it.
Yeah.
I already told you this story. I waited. I was like, I was hiding somewhere. The house could come out. When the police got there, he would come out.
Hey, Artemis.
And when I called for him, I was out of the police.
Do you think he might have crawled in one of the totes or something, or maybe the box? Because
After the police left, he was doing
She did eat
the
it.
guy or Gannon.
the guy was at first, and I said, like, I thought he was back to the way I was telling him to shut the door and don't come out.
Woohoo!
What, did they already come back?
I was just trying to get your stuff to work.
Me too, Isaac.
But so you said my gun? You trying to get my gun to work? Tisha, calm down for a second. You said try to get my gun to work. I thought the guy had my gun.
Thanks, Artemis.
Oh, that one. Okay. So you put Harley and Lena in our room? Tisha, is that what you said? You put. So you already had the assault rifle out of the closet at this point, and you.
I just couldn't get it to work.
Okay, I know you always had trouble getting that thing to pull it back and get it loaded and all that, so that makes sense. So,
I'm not going to be bothered.
you're not going to what? How is this, what is key about this that I can call an anonymous tip that helps me find Gannon?
You can call in and get the immunity. I can give you the guys the ID. I can give you the finals. I can give you a name.
Tisha, you know I can't promise you anything.
I am curious what Leticia sold that $8,000 for. She comes, and this is just a guess, you know, she comes off to me as a very materialistic person and will spend money on stupid shit. So I don't know specifically. Please put your opinions and thoughts in the chat. I don't know if she had any type of a gambling issue at all, but I think she could have easily just spent it on herself and Harley, honestly, on stupid shit. Yeah, Emily, exactly. She just blew it.
I'm not the police or the judge. I can't promise you immunity. I can put you in contact with them, and I've done that.
Please call me back, please. Call me back.
I will. I'll get.
Call them and call me back. I need you to call them. You know she was desperate here. I need you to call them now, get immunity, and call me back. So she isn't willing to speak to any of them directly. She knows she's out of control. She knows she has no shot. So the only thing in her mind she could do is have Al advocate for her as Gannon's father and get her that immunity.
As soon as we get done talking, in a little while, I'll get on the phone with Mark.
At the point of the pretext calls, Sprinkle Dognut, I'm assuming that's what you mean. At the time of the pretext call, Gannon's body had not been recovered yet, and he would be under the bridge in Florida, where he would ultimately be found after she was arrested.
Mark and tell him to tell that lady to call you back and quit stalling or whatever she's doing. I don't know what the hell's going on, but Mark will get on it. He's always been.
MK.
You call me the
Right. Tisha, listen, there's
Yes,
something that I can, you can give me that could help fix this right now. Okay. I don't know if you're willing to. I hope you are, but if you give me the name of the person, if I know this person, that I can fix it right now. Okay. I guarantee you. I can. Yeah. I'm not gonna I can't. Well, who is it so I can tell them who to be looking for to protect you? I can promise you that. Tisha, I can't promise you that. I know they will work with you, okay? I know they will. But I just need the person's name so I can get Mark and tell them to go find this person.
I hear people in the background.
There's nobody here. I just need to know this person's name because if it's Travis or somebody related to Chance or somebody. Is it Travis? Because I know you said he was abusive.
They're going to try to incriminate me.
No, they're not. I don't know. I can't promise you anything. Listen, I will fight for you and fight with you if you're not involved in this and you give me this name. Is it Travis? Listen, I'm going to text.
The reason that she didn't answer is because she hasn't determined her lie yet. And we've watched how Leticia will actually build a new lie based on a suggestion. And so she's not saying no, it wasn't Travis because she hasn't decided, oh shit, wait, actually that's a good idea. Yeah, I had to pause.
I'm going to text Mark right now so you can hear me text Mark, okay? Because you can hear the little keystrokes. I'm going to tell him as we're talking so we can get this ball rolling. To
Listening to me, I hear
nobody. That's me texting Mark right now to tell him to get Bethel to call you.
I hear somebody hollering.
Nobody's crying and hollering. Just like the other day when you said that, nobody's here. I'm standing here trying to figure this out and get a name.
Where's everybody else at?
What, like Uncle Jeff? He's getting on a plane and Landon and her Aunt Veronica, they hit the road back to Dallas. And I think they're going to take Landon for the weekend because it's a 4-day weekend. So I'm here by myself, like I told you. They're getting Lena after lunch because she had a little lunch program going on. Okay, but that only matters if we can get this ball rolling. You could tell me this name and then you can reach out to the police for immunity or help or whatever they can offer you. Okay.
Probably anything so I get immunity. They're not tricking me. They took everything I have. These people know where I'm at. They're in a gang. I will not.
What kind of gang are they in?
I don't know.
Oh, Tisha. Well, what happened that ruined that? I know that's another part I don't understand. Because what? Tisha, so this guy, I know you're trying not to tell me his name.
She was snapping here. And you know what? I want to go back to those social media posts I have from Valentine's Day and look at what specifically she was doing online, because she was desperate this day. She was realizing she's fucked and she was desperate.
But after the police left, remind me, I don't remember. I know Harley and Lena went out to look. Did you go look for Gannon?
No.
You knew the guy was in there or you didn't, or what did you do after the police left? Tisha, did this guy kill Gannon? Did he kill him in the house or did he kill him or hurt him? What happened? It's my son and I need to know this.
You're amazing.
No, Tisha, not you. I'm not you. I trust you. I asked you that yesterday, and I trust what you're saying. I asked you, did this guy hurt Gannon, or did he kill Gannon in the house, or do you know if he killed Gannon or not?
Unity.
Tisha, I've explained to you, I can't give you immunity. I'm your husband. I'm not the police or the judge.
I'll be back when you can figure out how they can grant me immunity because this ain't gonna stop. It's gonna keep going.
I'll be back. Yep, she was Roro. I'll be back when you can figure out how to grant me immunity. Let that sink in. It's the fact that she thought this could work. Right, Kelkel? Local face transplant near me. It's the fact that Leticia really thought this could work, but honestly, it's so much more apparent now than ever. Hi, Becky. Going down all, like, we're digging as far into the case as you can. Knowing how many times she got away with it. Not murder. Staging all of those break-ins. Her ex, remember listening to the interview, got arrested months after ever even seeing Leticia for assaulting her that day. Another lie, right? The faking of the pregnancies and the miscarriages, faking self-harm. She always got away with it. She believed she could get away with this one too. She believed Al can figure some shit out and get her off the hook. You thought you were going to be handed a piece of paper saying that you're absolved of being charged by any crime if you get up on the stand and blame an innocent person, and let that also sink in. She did blame many innocent people, including Gannon's parents. But if it worked, hi, Amanda. If it worked, Leticia absolutely 100% would have let someone else go down for this crime and would have gotten up on a witness stand and straight lied while they spent the rest of their life in prison. Easily. Hi, Lynn.
Oh, and he's crazy.
Tisha, there's only one way for this to stop, and that's for me to get the information to them, okay, through an anonymous tip, like I said. But I don't have any information to give them. Did this?
Yes, I should tell you. Hey, this person, this.
Thanks, Homer. Lisa.
Yeah, and
It can't even pick
Tisha,
up audio.
I'm trying to fight for you here, okay? I made it clear I don't have the power to give you immunity. I have the power to help you.
Wait, call me back whenever you can.
Tisha, they're not gonna listen to me, okay? They're absolutely gonna call me foolish. I am trying to help you. They're gonna look at me like a fool. Tisha.
Dear Lord.
I can't hear you.
Yes, Kathy.
You're not helping me, Albert.
I'm trying to.
Someone killed somebody. I don't know if anyone killed anyone.
What then? What do you know? What's the guy's name? I gotta know the guy's name, Tisha. Okay, I mean, I'm trying to help you, but you're not freaking letting me help you, okay? All right, shut up. Well,
Mr. Allen.
Yeah, so we would just want to have Mr. Stout come back on the stand and ask him some follow-up questions, Judge.
Okay, all right, Mr. Stauch, if you would resume your seat in the witness stand, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Good morning, Mr. Stout. How are you doing today?
morning.
So at the very beginning of that call, you told the defendant Happy Valentine's Day. Did this call actually occur on Valentine's Day?
I believe so. If I would have said that, I don't know the date you quoted when we started, but
Okay. The date of the call was February 14th
Okay.
of 2020.
so absolutely then.
There's a question in that beginning portion where the defendant was asking you questions about where you were and where Lena was, and then you responded with, "Where's Harley?" Similar to the phone call that we talked about yesterday, at this time of this call, did you know where the defendant was anywhere?
I did not, nor did I know where Harley was.
When the defendant started making statements about the guy was in the house when the police came, in your mind, was she referencing when the police first responded to your house at 6627 Mandan Drive?
That's what I assumed she was referring to, yes.
Did you have any independent knowledge of them finding a man in the house when they responded on that day?
I did not, no, sir.
You, in that phone call, you also pressed multiple times for getting names or trying to figure out a way to identify a guy that she's talking about at the beginning. Did she ever give you a name or any identifying features of this person?
Not in that phone call, no, sir.
And then later on in the phone call, it changes into there's a gang that's involved. Did she give you any idea of who this gang might be?
I don't remember ever getting that information, no, sir.
Ever?
I don't believe so.
Okay. In a big chunk of that phone call, obviously no way to know because you're not in the same room with the defendant, but did it sound like the defendant was crying to you?
Based on previous experience with her, there was times when I assumed yes, she was crying, and there was times when I assumed it was fake crying as well. Or fake emotions in that phone call, yes.
In that phone call?
In that specific one, yes.
So in your mind, you were thinking that some was potentially real and some was potentially fake?
Yes, sir.
In your mind, did you think that she was trying to manipulate you in the course of the investigation?
Objection calls for speculative. Overruled.
Yes, sir.
One of the questions that you asked the defendant very specifically was whether she knows Gannon is safe. Do you remember that question?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever get an answer from her on that question?
No, sir.
You mentioned in the phone call too about you're going to give information to the detectives so they'll quit stalling. Similar to the phone call yesterday, were you actually with law enforcement when this call occurred?
I was.
And they were listening?
Yes, sir.
Was you saying, hoping that they would quit stalling, I guess, was that a tactic to keep her talking?
Absolutely.
Two names that you gave in that phone call were Travis and Chance. Who are those people just in general?
Travis would have been an ex-boyfriend of the defendant, and Chance would have been an ex-husband of the defendant, also Harley's father.
Did you ever have any indication that either one of those two names were involved in Gannon's disappearance?
No, sir. Chance was deceased by that point, and no indication of Travis either at all.
Okay. In relation to that that gang reference, was there ever a gang that was after you and your family?
Not to my knowledge.
And then similar questions to what I asked you yesterday, the sound of the defendant's voice in that phone call, was that consistent with her personality as you knew it?
Absolutely.
In this particular phone call, did she ever change personalities to a different personality?
I was talking to the defendant the entire time.
And so never changed voice inflections or
No,
anything
sir.
like that? Okay, thank you. So Judge, at this time, we would want to move into playing People's Exhibit 37.
Dude, that was normal. Like, hi, Lena. That was normal. That was what Leticia would normally sound like. It wasn't unusual. And let that sink in too. That is, I don't know how these poor children, like at least with Al, it was a choice. It was a choice. Hi, some golf girl. But for these kids to live in that, oh my God.
which is another recorded phone call on February 14, 2020 at 12:08 p.m. This one's roughly 8.5 minutes long.
All right. Mr. Stauch, you can go ahead and step down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kel. Hell yeah, it is weird.
Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. Hello?
It said it's the signal.
Okay, well, what? Because you hung up on me and I'm not really feeling this right now. So what? What do you got for me?
I can't help it. Goes in and out.
Fine, whatever.
You were being all nice, caring, listening, everything. Then all of a sudden you started being hateful.
Yeah, because
I'm
you got
gonna go
information
over that.
I need for my son that everybody needs to get this boy back. Okay?
You were just okay. So now you're saying I got information, but then just a minute ago you told me I made it up and it was a figment of my imagination.
Okay, so it's on you to pick which one it is. It's not on me to sort through it. It's on you to tell me the truth or keep feeding me bullshit.
Beginning. Listen to me.
Yes. No. Let's start over. Let's get a new beginning here. Okay, let's start over. Because if you keep going back this same path we've been on, I'm just going to keep getting more pissed off and more hurt and more worried about my son because you've told me 17 different stories now. Start over and tell me who the fuck has my boy. Okay? Tell me a name. That's the beginning. I don't care about Saturday. I don't care about Sunday. I don't care about the fucking truck on Monday. I don't care. Who has Gannon? That's what I care about. Who?
Boom.
Then I want immunity.
Wow.
What the fuck does that have to do with who has Gannon? I can't give you immunity. You call the police. You do what you got to do to get yourself protected from whatever you're worried about. I mean, it keeps. Anyways, I'm not dealing with that. Okay, the beginning is who has Gannon.
Did you even call the guy to ask him about immunity to talk to me? Did you?
No, because I figured you'd call me back. I thought you was hanging up on me. Call me back. What is he? What can I? I'm not your lawyer. Okay.
You're my husband.
Right, and I'm telling you right now, you want immunity. You want this fucking immunity because there's no dude. It's all a fucking lie, Tisha. Prove me otherwise. Just like I told you with the rape, I'll get on my knees and beg for forgiveness if it's true. If it really happened, if there is this fucking guy out there, I'll on the media, I'll go out to the world and say I was wrong. My wife was right this whole time. But there's no fucking dude, Tisha. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Yeah, prove me wrong. Was this an accident? Did something happen? Did you accidentally hurt him? Did you give him too much medicine? What happened?
So what do you think happened then? Since you think everything I have to say is wrong, since I offered help, then what do you think happened?
Well, I'm gonna tell you first of all, like I told you already, I was not home. That's what the problem number one. Okay, something bad happened and I wasn't there to take care of it. All right. So for the rest of my life, no matter what happens, I'm going to blame myself for this because I wasn't there, because I was trying to progress in my career, be successful and all these things. Okay. I just wasn't there. That's number one. That's the first thing that happened. Number two, I mean, you told me a lot of things that happened in like a 12, 13, 24-hour period. You talk about blood. You talk about Gannon's foot. You talk about the burns. All this happened in a short time, and they were all accidents. Nobody's to blame. Okay? Nobody. And you just panicked. Okay, that's what I think. I think all this stuff happened, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a big accident. Gannon took too much medicine, or Gannon hit his head, or Gannon's nose was bleeding, or I don't know, okay? I'm sitting here trying to make all these theories up, but all these things are running through my head. He hit his head on the ground. He hit his head on the wall. He picked his fingers too much, and he was bleeding. Whatever the truth is, Gannon did something, and it was an accident. And then I just feel like because I wasn't there to keep it all together, you panicked. And then I don't even have a theory on the rest of it. Okay. That's what I think. I think there's absolutely no guy there.
Now she did this also in the Grusing interrogation, and Grusing called her out on this. Right, Susie. She answers a question with a question. Grusing said, "Stop making me guess." We see Leticia do this all the time. Even when she was in her interview with Bethel and the other detective, and she claimed that she was sexually assaulted, and the detective was like, "I need you to tell me specifically what happened." Leticia's like, "Why don't you just ask me if certain things happen and I'll tell you yes or no." Grusing said, "Stop making me guess." Like, instead, because she doesn't have an answer. So she'll just have you push forward a theory. It's so annoying.
And I understand why that would be on your mind. I understand that. Okay. I'm not discounting that. I'm not making you feel bad if that's something you're trying to get through this and you made that up. Okay. You've told nobody that but me. Okay. So if that's not okay, screw the police right now. This is me and you.
Yes,
screw
sir.
the freaking police. They're not listening anyways. You know that. They're looking all these places and you know they're not shouldn't be looking there. Okay, so they're not listening to you. I'm listening to you. I just need to know what happened. I gave you my theory up until the one point where you panicked, okay? Whether it was too much blood, Gannett hurt himself, and you didn't know how to handle it, and you didn't want to call me because you were scared I might be upset at you, and I understand that. I understand that you've got this. You want to do so good for the kids and provide for them and food and clothes, and you do a great job at all that stuff. Okay, you do a great job at all that stuff, and I tell you that all the time. And you really want me to feel like you're better than Landon, and I tell you all the time that you are. Okay, I feel like all that factors into this, that something bad happened accidentally. Nobody's fault. Accidents happen, and that's what we would have told Gannon. The candle or whatever it was. Accidents happen. We could get new carpet. We can't get new children though.
Amen.
Okay? I tell you that all the time. We can't replace our children. We can replace clothes and carpet and couches. Who gives a fuck about that?
But she tried to by saying she was pregnant with twins.
Stuff. Yeah, you know I've told you that. We smash the TV. Who cares about the TV? Okay? An accident happened here of some sort. You panicked and freaked out, and then I just need the rest of the story. I just need to know where Gannon is, okay? I just need to know what has happened with Gannon. Is he safe? Is he hurt? Is he alive? Is he somewhere? Okay? I don't want to hear no more about this dude unless you give me a name, okay? So I don't believe it until you give me concrete information. My theory is this. That accident happened. You panicked. Now tell me the rest.
I was there, Albert. I'll give you his name. I swear to you.
Give me his
name. When I tell you this part, this is why I want immunity.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay? The whole thing happened. The cops were there. Yada, yada, yada. All that was true. You keep saying I said all these stories is not what happened. I really was truly thought that Gannon was going out every day. I had been talking to somebody because he was asking me weird questions or whatever. And this dude trying to get your bike, he followed me. So I get the Petco. That's why I was looking in and out the doors of Petco.
Oh, so you weren't. So it wasn't about Gannon getting out. And I'm not talking junk. Okay.
You jump in there.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand.
He didn't get out because if someone was following me, I didn't want him to know someone was in the car.
Okay.
Yes.
If someone was following you to Petco, wouldn't you opt to not leave the child in the car and then peek out, make sure he was still there and someone didn't grab him? Wouldn't you opt to go into Petco? Or how about that handy dandy cell phone you have or the Apple Watch? Wouldn't you call 911? Or how about, let's not go to Petco. Everybody knows if you're being followed, drive to a police station, right? But no, Jim, John, don't know.
That's why.
Okay.
All I was trying to do was go get you a bike. Then I leave because I was going to go to this place to be looking at free to get a bike, and I realized that this dude was following us again. So I I tried to make some turns around Palmer Lake area, in and out of that area up there.
Always incriminates herself. She needs to account for why the GPS is going to show her multiple times in the Palmer Lake area. It's because that's where she dumped Gannon's body for a period of time. But here is her. These pretext calls were so massive and important. I've never seen a trial with pretext calls like this. If you do know of one, let me know. But I personally haven't seen one. But she incriminates herself nonstop.
Which is what they're searching, because I'm sure they got my GPS. Searching for nothing.
Okay.
Then, when I had to come up a little hump, there's this dude. Well, this dude is in your truck with us.
With you? Divine intervention hung up.
And just so that I'm clear, Mr. Allen, that was exhibit 37, right?
37. That's
Okay,
right.
all right, go ahead.
Mr. Stout, can you come back?
Pick that head up, Tisha.
Mr. Stauch, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Mr. Stout, in that call, you said to the defendant, you want immunity because it's a lie, there's no dude. And then you said, prove me wrong. Did she ever prove you wrong?
No, sir.
Love it.
You made mention of Gannon did something, an accident, and you panicked. What were you trying to do by saying those things to the defendant?
Trying to, in a way, take the initial blame off of her that and confirm her story about an accident with the candle or whatever she had claimed from the night before or whatever, and give her a freedom to talk about what happened next in her mind.
Basically give her an out so that you could try to maybe get more information?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Towards the end of that phone call, the defendant made, again, mentions of some anonymous dude in the language that she used. Did she ever give you a name of who this dude was that she was referring to?
Not in this phone call, no, sir.
All right. Was that phone call consistent with her personality?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
During that phone call, did she ever change personalities or talk with any other odd voice inflections?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Judge, at this time, we're going to move on to People's 38, which is
They had a
a
lot,
call on February 14th at 12:17 p.m.
All right.
If you guys are good, I'll keep playing through until I think Allie has a live. So do you guys want me to let the call, play through the next call? Or do you want me to skip the call? I'm good with going through the call, up to you guys, but we'll go until Allie's live. Well, Amanda, what was interesting, all I remember is she going to take the stand? I believe it was her lawyers that spoke her out of it. Okay, we'll keep going. I believe it was her lawyer, but I remember, me and Allie were every day, we're, do you think she's going to take the stand? I don't know. Do you think the judge asked her? See, I even get excited now. The judge asked her and they didn't have an answer. They're like, we'll see how it goes. She was debating taking that fucking stand. Ooh. Of course, Natasha. All right, here we go.
Mr. Stauch, you can
This
go ahead and
is
step down. Thank you,
still
sir.
And Judge, this
February
call is
14th.
about a little over 21 minutes.
All right.
Oh, hopefully that'll be perfect timing. Got it. Thank you, Harlot. Oh, I got Tisha in the top left, guys.
Hello?
What happened?
I was talking away.
Okay.
Did you guys hear?
Something about you were at Petco and then you got in the truck and the guy was there or something?
No. I asked them to go get the footage from outside of Petco.
They
Okay.
did.
Not just the footage inside Petco. That's the footage we need outside of Petco. Because the guy had followed us to Petco, and as I was pulling off to go to the Palmer Lake area, I was going to go look at the bike, somebody was laying down in the road feel like they were, I don't know, going to kill themselves or some crap when I turned around and came back the other way, and this dude gets in the truck with us.
No, he doesn't.
I didn't have anything
Come on, Tisha,
knife,
put that head
anything
up.
to put anybody off or anything. I had to go like a normal time. Anna was crying in the back seat till we threw up. Threw up because he was so scared. He followed us all. He came with us all the way back to the house.
No, he
Where's
didn't.
the footage showing people getting out of the car?
There
Did
is
you
none.
see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, who got out of the car?
I mean, I saw you, and then I saw the shadow that somebody was talking about.
The other side.
The only footage I seen is the one that you said the guy got paid for. That's the only one I saw.
Okay, so when we get there, he's still in your car at this time. We all get out. The guy was with us the whole time.
Okay.
The whole entire time. I asked him, what did he want? He could take everything he wanted. He could rob us. He could do whatever he fucking wanted. Have it all. There was a struggle. There was everything back and forth. Anna was asking, did I know his Uncle Matt? Because he was saying, whoever Uncle Matt was, they don't like Uncle Matt. Where Uncle Matt came in at. Oh, she had something to do with it. Because I was freaking out how he would know someone by this name. I told you this.
Okay.
The guy was there when the police came. I didn't know where Gannon was at. I didn't know if he was hid. I didn't know anything. I just thought I was terrified to say anything because he had the gun. And I was scared. What if he Gannon while I run up there and try to go get help? What if I leave to go get help and he's in here? There was nothing I could do to switch anything. My hands were tied that night. The girls were in the bedroom. My hands were tied to the little board.
Please be safe, MK. Please be safe. This dumb bitch. Let me tell you. Listen to what she's saying. She is trying to say the night that the police came and did the initial search, that when Gannon was reported a runaway, they were still, this man and Gannon were still at the house. After police left, after Lena and Harley went looking, she was tied up downstairs. While Lena and Harley were upstairs, she was actively using her phone and posting on social media. Do not forget that. All the while being tied up.
On the back. My hands are tied there. Tied completely. Remember those same headphones I had on? I told you I was listening to music? Yeah, I had to do that. And that little bandana that was down there, that's where that came from. I couldn't scream, couldn't get help. Harley and Lena were asleep. It was just terrifying. All I could hear was Gannon screaming. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know anything.
Okay, Tisha, can I ask you a question? Please?
What?
Why would you need immunity for that when the guy he's the perpetrator, not you? Why would you need immunity for this?
Because I didn't tell him.
Because you didn't, okay. Okay, I mean.
I don't know how bad he hurt Gannon. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
you do.
no accident where I heard, and there's nothing like that.
We missed you.
Because people keep saying that. No, because he was in Gannon's room. I just kept crying. I could find his dude off. He is Mexican. Or he was mixed with black. Dark. 5'7". I gave him the facial features that was on him. His name.
Okay.
How tall is Tisha? Does anyone know? I don't. I'd have to pull up her files. Does anyone know how tall Tisha is?
Okay, hold on. All right, so let me just bear with me while I sort through this. Okay, so you're at Petco, you pull out, and you're at the stoplight. Dude's laying in the middle of the road, or you're in the parking lot?
We drove up to look at the night for.
Oh, so the guy was at Palmer Lake laying in the middle of the road.
He followed us. I made a turn. I thought the turn was going to take me back to 25. Instead, it wraps you back around in a circle to come back the same direction up these hills.
Okay. All right. So yeah, let's stop for a second because. All right, listen. I'm gonna be straight up again because I'm getting frustrated again because this is even more bullshit than the original 17 stories. Okay. I mean, no guy fucking jumps in your truck. The car is locked when you're driving unless you stop and open the doors. Anyway, I'm not gonna pick it apart. It's bullshit. Okay. Yes.
God, this is
Tisha. No, it's not why. I want you to tell me why you panicked. Why?
community, so when he's on trial, you can see this.
Why did you panic when the accident happened? When Gannon did whatever he did, I mean, he made a mistake. Whatever happened, why did you panic?
Panic when?
After Gannon was hurt, after he hurt himself, after he had an accident, after he banged his head or something, why did you panic?
Panicking.
What's amazing is that Leticia, because Al keeps asking a very logical question, right? Why would you need immunity for that? Why would you need immunity for that? All these stories you keep handing over, why would you need immunity for that? And Tisha Leanne keeps pretending, oh, it's because I didn't initially say this. No, Leticia thought she could trick them and get them to give her immunity. So when it later comes out, she did have involvement. She's off the hook. I don't know how she thought this would work. Probably because she got away. You know what? If anything, us parents, it's a reminder. Hold our children accountable because I'm sure it does start at a very young age. There has to be consequences for poor behavior and lying. I'm even reminding myself, right? But you do not want to teach a child that there is no accountability because this over time will create a monster.
What are you talking about?
So, wait, well, you know what?
Yep,
So back
please.
to this Palmer. I'm all over the place here.
Yeah, because you're trying to make it out to be me and it's not me.
No, I'm trying to make it out to be where's my son, okay? If you were in Palmer Lake and then Douglas County and whatever, you did all these turns and turned around and this guy was out there laying in the road, he got in a truck, why do they have your GPS in your car? You were in my truck.
My phone.
No, but I thought you told me yesterday you left your phone at Petco because you had to go back to get it.
No, that was Gannon's phone. Gannon's phone was left at Petco.
You told me, yes, Tisha, I'm not stupid now. Okay, listen, you know I'm better than that. You told me yesterday, you said it almost verbatim, almost quoting you now. You said, I set my phone on the counter, okay, because I had these 2 or 3 doggy sweaters or whatever, okay, and then... No, you told me yesterday it was your phone, and then you said it and you forgot it because you kept going and looking at him to make sure he wasn't getting out the truck. Now it's you. Tisha, but how is it all true when you've told me 7 different versions of the same thing? It can't all be true. He can't be a Mexican named Uncle Matt, lived it, but he wasn't there until he got in the...
See how you keep doing?
No, what I keep doing is not being stupid and letting you get me with bullshit, okay? I need the truth.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really?
Really. I mean, you can smirk all you want to. You can roll your eyes. You can hit the steering wheel. That doesn't change the fact that you have the truth and I don't.
Amen.
I mean, because,
Right.
Yeah, so yesterday... It wasn't a Mexican. It was the guy riding around in the Aubrey Holmes vehicle or whatever it's called. Okay, and you gave him the garage code, and then he came in.
These things.
But that's what I do understand. You're spinning me in 12 different directions to help.
I need immunity because they made me tell all this. If I don't keep saying different things, you get the right person. You don't care about that. You don't care about the ability if I say anything.
No, Tisha, what I care about is you, and I care about our relationship and that the fact that we're talking together. No, you're not talking to the police. I'm not making you say anything. Okay, listen. I understand. I understand what you're trying to do. I understand you feel like they're making you all these things, and I understand making you say all these things. Sorry. Okay, and the fact that you're having to say all these different stories because they're pressuring you, and I blame them completely. Okay, I understand that you're just in a bad situation because everybody's after you and you feel attacked and all these things. Okay, I understand that. But
Yes,
if you have any
Velcro.
faith or respect in me, you got to understand that, I believe the truth is always easier than having to go 27 different directions. Okay.
Sure is.
And that's what I'm trying to work out with you here is just the freaking truth.
Tied with my arm.
Okay, well, who is he? Who tied you up? Who did this? You didn't do it. Who did it? Who hurt Gannon? Who has Gannon? Who wants the money? Who hurt you? Who is they? And how did he hurt Gannon? These are the questions I need to know. Who is he and who are they?
He first told me his name was, but it's not. It's
Quincy
Quincy Brown.
Brown.
Oh my God.
So
Got a new name.
So Quincy Brown is the one who has him. What was he driving when he was following you? What was he driving when he was following you? What? A red car. See, I think that's what I was saying. You're on it. The fact that you know his name, or he said Eduardo, but you found out his name was Quincy Brown, driving a red car. What? Wait, listen. Wait. How did he hurt Gannon, and how bad was Gannon hurt?
Homer Bra.
Say that again. You said. I can't hear you, Tisha. Try to calm down.
Her phone won't pick
When
up.
I came out, Nana was gone. I just could hear him screaming. I couldn't do anything.
So Gannon was screaming, and you heard him. You heard. Right. No, I said heard. I said you heard, like you heard him screaming. The guy heard Gannon. So you know the guy heard him, Quincy Brown. Huh?
Yeah.
Do you know what he hurt him with? Was he hitting him? Was he?
I came back in there. He started taking boxes out.
Okay, so how do you know Quincy Brown?
Notice what she just said. He was trying to take your boxes out. She's trying to account for the storage room and everything that took place in there.
How do you know it was him?
He told me his name was Eduardo, but he came back in there taking boxes out. And I came Quincy Brown. I saw it.
Oh, what boxes was he taking out?
I thought he was going to rob our house and take things.
So he had an ID on, and what did you see anything besides his name, like a company or something?
Dude, this is like fucking 9/11 with the fucking hijacker's passport sitting perfectly on the corner of the sidewalk. Conveniently, Quincy Brown's ID fell out of his pocket in the midst of all this, and I got to read it. First of all, even if somebody's ID fell on the floor, and I don't have bad eyesight, but I wouldn't be able to read it from there, let alone be able to have it store in my memory, especially with a traumatic event like that going on. But Tisha, with her go-go gadget vision, was able to read it and remember it. With tight
Quincy
hands.
Brown. It was his pocket. He had his big baggy pants on, and in his pocket, the paper fell out, and on top of the paper was his ID, and it had his picture, Quincy Brown.
Okay, all right. But what kind of boxes? What boxes was he taking out? Was he out of the storage room? What
in the storage room.
Oh, you were in the storage.
Do what?
You did. That's the first you told me that you were in the storage room.
He tied me in the storage room and I couldn't come out. I just did that.
I'm sorry. You were crying and screaming. I couldn't understand that part. So now I know you were tied up. You couldn't do anything because you were screaming and you had the bandana in your mouth. You were tied up. Is this after the police left and after Gannon and him were in the storage room, or before that, or what?
It was after the police left late that night. I realized that he was still in the house. Really laying in the room and told him to shut the door and don't come out.
Okay. All right. So what boxes was he taking out of the storage room, or what? Okay, well, you brought that up, so that's huge. I mean, if he's taking boxes, what was in the boxes? I'm just trying to sort through all this, okay?
No, Charlotte.
Empty boxes, okay.
She's getting mad at Al for asking simple questions.
So back up. Gannon and this Quincy Brown guy, they were in the storage room the whole time, and you were trying to point the police to the storage room?
I never told you that.
Yes, you did.
I said when the cops went to the storage room, I was trying to tell them, hey, there's a bunch of boxes piled up here. I even went to the little Christmas closet and was like, yeah, please look through there really good.
No, you didn't.
But you did say that they were in there and that you tried to direct them somehow to the storage room. You did say that.
Not what I said.
That is what you said.
That is not what I said.
Okay, maybe I'm paraphrasing. Maybe I'm paraphrasing.
Telling him where hiding places were in the storage room.
Then where the fuck were they? It all is relevant. Where were they at? You said earlier you heard him scream from the storage room. Okay? Where were they at?
There was no screaming when the cops were there. What are you talking about?
You know, honestly, I'm kind of getting fed up because you know what? Yesterday, in the 3 previous versions, okay, it all happened in Gannon's room. Now it all happened in the fucking storage room. Make your mind up. Are you banged your head on Gannon's table. You were raped in Gannon's room. Gannon was beat up. He was high-fiving the guy. He was jumping on him. He was loving him. Uncle Matt, he was a Mexican. It all happened in Gannon's room. Now it happened in the storage room. God damn it, Tisha, make some sense out of this.
That is before the police got there, Albert.
What time did all that happen? What time did that happen?
Yeah, what time?
You asked me about the police got there.
Tisha, to me, this is all bullshit because none of it makes sense. None of the timeline adds up. Every time you tell it to me, there's more and different details.
It's a good thing we can't hear when she yells.
So okay. Yeah, fine.
I have my life on the line.
Go get your fucking immunity. I hope you get it because I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. I don't want nothing bad to happen to nobody. I want my son back.
I'm trying to help you get him back.
So at what point did you call the police? The guy was with you. He was in the house. He was just letting you call the police?
Yep.
Because you said he was in the truck. Well, him and Gannon were in the truck, come back from wherever the fuck you picked him up on the side of the road, and he just jumped in and said, here's a hamburger, take me home or something, whatever. Okay? Yeah. I'm being a goddamn smartass because this is bullshit. Okay? So you're all in the house and you're just drinking sweet tea, and he's like, I'm holding you at gunpoint, but go ahead and call the police, please. Yep. Right? That's your story. That's your story, Tisha. That's your story. Because initially he was already in the house when you got home with Gannon. That's what you told me initially. I am listening. Okay, so all right, so assume I believe you now. So Quincy Brown is the one holding Gannon for all the money, and you didn't tell me. So now, all this 3 weeks now, you've known who has my son. Mm-hmm. You've known he's out to get you or after you or whatever. And you think I'm going to be okay with me just finding this out after I've been crying my heart out for 3 weeks now? You think that's cool? Because you're worried about your immunity?
Because I'm worried about my what?
Immunity. That's all you said all day long after yesterday when you told me 7 different stories. Today it's immunity. And now I find about Quincy Brown in a red car with boxes, has my son, and he wants money, and you never told me about it. It's like we're playing fucking Clue here or something. Or Who's Who. And yes, I'm being a smart ass because I'm tired of this shit.
Every right to be.
I don't want nothing but my family and everything and Gannon to be there. I begged you to help me for days. I can tell you this. I begged you.
Me
But
too.
you would never have
Frank,
to not be around everybody and call me. Never.
Wow. Her attorney's
You know, it's funny. I'm going to stop you right there because it's funny. You started that statement again with, I just want my family and Gannon. So that's why you keep saying shit like that. No, Gannon is part of your family. He's not an and, he's part of it. That's why I don't believe that shit because you keep saying that. Go ahead.
I am agreeing to testify against this.
Against who?
I am agreeing to even myself to walk out wherever for money. Wasting a chance to fucking shoot me just to get Gannon.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, listen, I know enough about immunity that you're not going to get immunity if you keep lying about this fucking Quincy guy. There's no fucking Quincy guy. There's no Eduardo. There's no Uncle Matt. There's nobody.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever me all you want to, but there's no fucking Quincy. Yeah. Should have freaking told me about Quincy Brown from the get-go. That's why there's no fucking Quincy Brown.
Really?
Yeah, really, Tisha. Yeah, this is just blowing my mind here that you sit here and you want to be a family, the 4 of us in Gannon, like you say. You want us to get back together and be all intimate and, blah, 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 blah. But you keep fucking lying to me. 5 years of lies and now my son's gone. Where is Gannon, Tisha?
Quincy, that's who took him.
Where the fuck is Gannon, Tisha?
Quincy Brown.
Where? Where's Quincy Brown? He's obviously, you know something about him. Is he in town? Are you in town? Is Gannon in town? Who's anywhere? Nobody knows where anybody is except for you.
Earlier, you wanted to help. You wanted to listen so we could go have him arrested. But now you don't have any interest in.
I do. I'll let them know as soon as we get off the phone. Go look for a 5'7" Mexican guy named Uncle Matt that changed his name to Quincy Brown that works for the home developer. That his ID fell out of his pocket and he's out there with my son. I'll tell him all that.
Now it's because I found out who he is.
But you said you knew him.
They're after me.
Oh my God. Where's Gannon, Tisha?
Quincy Brown took Gannon.
You almost said his name different. Okay, is it Quincy Brown or?
Brown is what I said.
Where is Gannon?
The phone.
All right. So we'll stop there and we'll pick up tomorrow from here out. But damn, man, it's the fact that she thought there was a chance. It's the fact that she thought, yeah, I could totally get them to give me immunity. And then if I get caught, that's it. I could walk away free. It's amazing that she thought Al had the power to control this. And she gets so fucking mad anytime you slow her down and repeat her words back to her. And then she gets offended that you're listening to her words, and then she'll be like, no, I already told you the first 7 were lies. Don't use any of those lies. You're an idiot. Tisha, man. But that's how she did. Yes, Crime Crochet. That's how she did the entire trial. She kept her head down. But then there were moments she peeked up. There were moments she mouthed, "Happy birthday, Harley," or flipped the finger, or even laughed. And we'll get to all of it. But I know Bendy and Allie are live over on Bendy's channel, which is the Ward Case Studies, and they are doing more Tisha calls. So we will Jade raid over there. I'm going to be doing Gypsy's interrogation this week too. I'm not sure what day, but we'll continue where we left off with this tomorrow. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for anybody gifted a membership or sent a super chat. Your support is always so greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys over at Bendy's.